Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers out there. You know, this is our GMS here a little and there a little. So, you know, I'm gonna get a couple precepts in the scriptures because, you know, I've been talking to different people, and you know, it's just, you know, just like the scripture in Proverbs say, in Proverbs, since I'm saved, you know, I might as well get it. Proverbs 29. This is Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So right now, as we could tell, or as we could see, if you're in your right mind, that the people are in mourning because of the economy, because of you know, stress, people not finding no work, people not working, you know. But this is what the Most High proclaimed from since the beginning. The Most High said in Micah 2:10, which I'm gonna get, that this place is not our rest. You got people going into foreclosures still. You got people that are losing their house, right? It says, this is Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it will pollute, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Yeah, it just said, arise ye, depart, for this is not your rest. That means what? Stop trying to make it in this damn society, man, because this is not a place that we was going to be comfortable in. All right? And I have the definition. Of, matter of fact, in the blue letter is the word for rest is mana wak. All right? It's resting, resting place, resting place, rest, quietness, right? But when you go to rest on the freedictionary.com, it says a cessation of work, exertion, or activity, peace, ease, or refreshment. Just like that scripture in Revelation, the refreshing resulting from sleep or the cessation of activity, sleep, quiet, relaxation. That's why it says in Psalms 1, the 149th chapter, it talks about rejoicing in that. I'm gonna get it. Because this is not our rest, man. This place was set up for our punishment. It was set up for us to go through hardship and for us to never make it. You know, to always be on the bottom. And I'm gonna just read that one. This is Psalms 149 and 2. Let Israel rejoice in him that made no. It says, is it 148? 145? I'm going to read it. It says, this is Psalms 149 and 1. Praise ye the Lord. Sing unto the Lord a new song. Praise in his congregation and his saints. And we all know the saints is talking about the elect in the nation of Israel. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in the King. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrels and harps. For the Lord hath taken pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. And that's what we're waiting for. We're not waiting for the consolation of that guy Dr. J just signing with Sony and becoming the first billionaire rapper. It says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Because what? In the kingdom of heaven, we're going to be completely at rest. All right? We're not at rest here in America, man. So let the saints be joyful in their beds. Let them sing a song in their beds. All right? Because what? We're going to be in peace. We're going to be right with the Most High. And we're going to have all the things that we need. We're not going to be all stressed out. We're not going to worry about so-called white man coming to try to take your house from you. It says, let the high praises of God be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathens and punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of irons, to execute upon them the judgment written. This is the honor of all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. And that judgment written is talking about Revelations, the 13th chapter. All right, when it talks about he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right. But I'm gonna get Haggai 1:6. This is Haggai 1:5. It says, now therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Because the nation of Israel, they don't consider their ways. They don't consider that the reason why they're in the position that they're in is because of what they do and the things that they continue to do. They don't call upon the name of the Lord. They don't come to the Lord in sincerity and in honesty with their whole heart. They come in just trying to get something. Come in trying to be sneaky and conniving and not being trustworthy, not being true. It says, ye have sown much but bring in little. Ye eat but ye have not enough. Ye drink but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it in a bag with holes. All right, now like I was going into, Jakes are never satisfied with nothing that they get. Even if you have high paying jobs, Jakes is always in need of something. The scriptures even calls Jacob, Israel, the Israelites, the needy. Okay? But Israel always in need of something. Even though they got all these things, they still in need. Alright? It says you earn wages to put it in a bag with holes. And that bag of holes is talking about the debt that you're in. Alright? It's talking about that debt. Or those bills when you come home from work and you have your you cash your check or you put your check in the bank. Most of that check is going into paying bills, whether it's your cell phone bill, utility bills, whatever to keep you going. But the main bill I want to focus on is that mortgage note. All right, that mortgage note. That's what I want to focus on, that mortgage note, because a lot of Jakes are in a lot of stress over their mortgage, not being able to pay their mortgage. All right, and when you look up the word mortgage, all right, it goes into mort or M-O-R-T. It goes into dead. Just like when a body gets into rigor mortis, or the body is dead, the muscles stiffen up. All right, it basically means dead. And gage, G-A-G-E, is a pledge. So basically, it's a debt pledge. That's why when a realtor says that mortgage is that deal died, either that the deal died, either they actually sold the property or whatever, or the mortgage never came through. Whether they didn't have enough credit or so on and so forth, or whatever happened with the deal just died. So I'm gonna get back to the word, that same thing of mortgage. It says, the words of Haggai the prophet, as the Lord their God had sent him, and the people did fear before God. The 7th verse. It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Go up to the mountains and bring wood and build a house, and I will take pleasure in it, and I will be glorified, saith the Lord. Ye look for much, and lo, it come to little. And when ye brought it home, I blowed upon it. Why? Said the Lord of hosts, because of my house that is wasted, and ye brought every man unto his own house. Therefore the heaven over you is stayed from dew, and the earth stayed from her fruit. Basically, the Lord is saying, here it is that you work so hard and you profit nothing. You know, you profit nothing in this society. Okay, and I'm gonna get another precept in Jeremiah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to the curses in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. All right, because the Most High cursed the nation of Israel because of their wicked ways. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 38. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it. All right, yeah, because if you know anything about crops and corns, if you see locusts, when locusts come, they eat away the crops. The locusts you could compare that to the other nations, or whatever destruction that comes to whatever you're trying to succeed in. If you're trying to be a basketball player and you blow out your knees, or you buy a house and you can't pay the mortgage, you know. I got another precept in Jeremiah, and I'm gonna go to the word, to this whole thing of of the mortgage and how that whole stuff came about. I'm gonna just give you a little bit of it. You know, I'm not gonna give you a whole bunch because it's long and tedious. This is Jeremiah 12 and 13. It says, they have sown wheat, but what shall reap thorns? They have put themselves to pain, but shall not profit. They shall be ashamed of their revenues, because the fierce anger of the Lord